Hey there, Jed Coburnus here from jedcoburnus.com, and welcome to Talk Therapy. This is just a tool that I use to get past my analytical mind, to get to know myself better, and hopefully inspire at least one person to do the same. Hit record and just start talking. Don't worry about what you're going to say. Don't worry about, anything. Don't think about what you're going to say beforehand. Just hit record. It's the most authentic way to just unload and you don't have to share it to the world like I do, but if you want to, you can. Who knows, you might inspire somebody else. So I'm talking kind of funky because I am frozen, man. Like, it is 1 degree, whoops, I said 14, but it is 1 degree Fahrenheit, one above. I was just out in my deer stand, just right before work. Why not, right? Like, I have the opportunity, might as well. And I just sat, got out there really early. And it was like really, it wasn't actually that dark because the moon is so bright right now. My jaw, like my face is almost frozen. And my toes, can barely feel my toes, but it's worth it, completely worth it getting out there. I was out there really early, so I did a little bit of meditation, just sat there real quiet, closed my eyes. Can't shoot, in the dark anyways, so that's kind of how it works. But yeah, it was good. I'm just grateful to be out there. If I see a deer, awesome. If I don't, I really want to see a deer, but it's okay, right? I'm just grateful to get out there and just have the opportunity to do that, because when I lived in the city, I didn't have any of those opportunities. It wasn't hunting, it wasn't fishing, all the things in my past, I love to do those things. I love to work out, I love to, all of those things are totally possible now. So yeah, it's been crazy. Had lab in Fargo, North Dakota, the EMT lab. Got a bunch done there, so that's good, but still got a bunch to do. And then work, and get the wads done. Not get them done, but just keep creating them, basically. Love the process of or you've already lost. Like, that's a quote from Gary Vaynerchuk, or his little memes that he makes every day. Love the process or you've already lost. So that's a big deal. Like, that's a good one, because if you think you have to do anything, you've already lost, right? Well, I have to do this, and I have to change your mind a little bit and say I get to do it, right? Forget expectations and turn it into gratification. That's a big deal. Think about that for a minute. Drop your expectations and put in gratification, and everything will change. It's just something I was just thinking about. If I see a deer, awesome. I'm grateful for it. Do I expect it? Not at all. It's all good. And then as far as what we're trying to do in life, I don't know. I was thinking about it, and when it comes down to daily processes, like I don't explain daily processes very well, but I've come a long way. So what I mean by that is, when I was in 6th grade, I had a tutor. Like, believe it or not, I'm not that great at school. I mean, if you know me, you probably know that that's believable. I wasn't that great in school, so I had a tutor in 6th grade. And she asked me a question that I'll never forget. And it's very simple, but it's just so funny. She asked me, how do you brush your teeth? And I was like, I don't know, you brush your teeth. Why? She's like, well, you don't use water? I'm like, well, yeah, you didn't ask me for water. Like, I just brush my teeth. And she goes, okay, but you don't use toothpaste? Well, okay, so you want me to tell you step by step how I brush my teeth? And she's like, yes. I said, okay. So I get the toothbrush, I rinse it off, I put some toothpaste on it, and then I brush my teeth. And then she's like, okay, where do you grab the toothbrush from? And I'm like, oh, cripes. Okay, the medicine cabinet. And she goes, well, after that, after you get to the point of brushing your teeth, what does that look like? And I'm like, are you serious? Why do you want me to answer these questions? And I'm in 6th grade, right? Like, I'm a pain in the ass to begin with. And then you add hormones and changes and all that other happy horse shit that goes along with middle school. And then, you know, starting an attitude with playing video games and eating crappy food, then that happens too. Then she deemed me having a concrete mind, right? Like a concrete mind, meaning I only think about the surface. Like, my mind was very shallow. There wasn't much thought to the processes of stuff. I just got it done. Like, I would just figure stuff out and not even think about the process. She said it was not a bad thing because I could just figure it out. It just took me longer because I didn't think through the process. And that itself, so a concrete mind, is something that I've really worked hard to change. I mean, it's taken a while, but because if somebody said, whoa, how did you make that blog post, right? Well, I start by finding SEO words, search engine optimization words, right? Words that people are using every day, multiple times, multiple searches, and then I ask myself, how can I relate my content to that, to those words? And then I search those words, and then see at the bottom of Google to see what Google suggests other people have used, right? Other words. And then I use those words and kind of just sprinkle them in the blog post. So it's that kind of thinking that has gotten me to where I am today, because the 6th grade me, I would have never been able to explain it like that. Be like, well, how do you make a blog post? I'd be like, just make a blog post. Like, what steps are you looking for? All of them. Oh, Christ. I don't want to talk about it. Right? So that's the funny part. Is really getting to know yourself. And that's why I do this. 32 years old. It's taken a ton of inner work to get to where I am today. Just letting go. Like, the hardest part, I think, is about change is just letting go of the old you, right? Quote unquote old you. The only way to change is to really understand that you have to change. Like, there will be parts of you that have to die and go away. And I know, oh my gosh, die. Oh no. But if you want to change, if you want that true, sustainable, permanent change, there are parts within yourself that have to die. And more times than not, it's not physical parts, duh, right? It's these mental parts, and it feels a little nebulous because they're not there. But when you're always saying I can't afford that, and I can't do this, and we don't have that, and we don't have enough of this, what do you think's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna really continue, right? If you're not changing, at least from the inside out, then it's not gonna happen. So yeah, I mean, it just takes the willingness to let go of all of that junk, let go of all of that fear, hatred, anxiety, and embrace love. Give somebody a hug today. Smile. Right? Laugh, play, do what you love to do. Go do more of that. So there it is today. Be grateful for every opportunity that is handed to you, no matter what, because there's a reason behind it. Are you asking the questions for those reasons, or are you just trying to get through it? And if you're looking for a system that can help you gain all the knowledge you want and find out what it is that your purpose is, let me know. I got a system. So as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.